Hello, welcome to InfoHub. Here is what you need to know for today, Monday, July 9, 2018. President David Granger emphasizes the importance of ICT as Caribbean Telecommunications Union Roadshow opens here in Guyana. Government is on a mission to rebuild the nation's infrastructure, says Minister Harmon. Minister Alicock urges Region 2 Indigenous communities to be more proactive. City Hall one step closer to being restored, and young techies show off skills at Robotics exhibition. And now for the details. We begin by telling you that the Caribbean Telecommunications Union Information and Communication Technology Roadshow got underway in Guyana today. President Granger, in opening the event, took the opportunity to underscore the importance of ICT. Stacey Carmichael reports.
President David Granger said a digital state will foster economic development and revolutionize the education sector.
To add value to primary production and to ensure greater access to external and internal markets. ICT effectively deployed can promote improved productivity and competitiveness. It is a manifestation of technological progress, fostering innovation and consequently economic growth. It is part of the globalization process which brings people and markets closer together by unlocking new markets for goods and services.
The President was speaking at the opening of the CTU ICT Roadshow at the Arthur Chung Conference Center. It is being held under the theme Harnessing the Power of Innovation, the Engine for ICT-Enabled Development. Public Telecommunications Minister Catherine Hughes said the ICT Roadshow offers the perfect opportunity for persons to become informed about modern technological trends.
This week, through an exciting array of quality presentations in e-agriculture, new financial payment systems, ICT for persons with disabilities, the development and use of new apps that will make our lives easier, glimpses of technological trends of the future, and all Friday a day dedicated to our young Guyanese who are the drivers of this new revolution. I'm saying to you, you have an awesome opportunity to be infused and educated.
Secretary General of the Caribbean Telecommunications Union, Bernadette Lewis, noted that each roadshow is uniquely crafted for the advancement of the host country.
So the roadshow seeks to encourage productive, beneficial use of ICTs, to promote innovation and entrepreneurship, and to dispel the fear that people might have about technologies and spark the imagination of ordinary citizens of the power of ICT to enhance and transform all that they do, all that they're involved in.
Workshops are being held throughout the week on e-agriculture, the concept of 21st century governance, data analytics, cybercrime, and more. On Wednesday, Minister Hughes and a team of CTU officials head to Anai Region 9 for an ICT forum. A youth fair is slated for Friday and a special e-agriculture forum on Saturday in Region 6 with farmers. From the Arthur Chung Conference Center with senior videographer Derek Bridgemohan, Stacey Carmichael for InfoHub.
Minister Joseph Harmon says the government is on a mission to upgrade the nation's infrastructure. Details from Paul McAdam.
The minister was speaking at a community meeting at the Silver City Secondary School in Linden. The meeting heard from residents of Linden, Ituni, and Kokwani. The minister assured that concerns raised will be addressed. According to Minister Harmon, public infrastructure is a serious matter locally. He recalled that Guyana had to grapple with a lot of challenges following the 1966 independence move. The situation, he said, is the same today.
We are now in a new type of independence because after 23 years of the PPP, we are recovering from years of neglect. These things that happened last week or last month, but you are our responsibility. And I want to assure the people of Linden that we are going to take your concerns. We are going to take your concerns seriously and address them.
Responding to concerns raised by residents of Ituni regarding their main access road, Minister within the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, Annette Ferguson, said that the ministry has collaborated with the Regional Democratic Council to commence work on the road. However, the rainy season has delayed this project.
With the collaboration of the region, we will have started some amount of work on maintaining that stretch of road. But in situations like this, when the weather is upon us, Sometimes it's difficult for us to undertake the necessary works.
The minister recalled that in 2016, job opportunities for Ituni's youths were created through the community-organized Restore the Environment, or CORE project. The meeting is among several scheduled to meet and interact with residents of communities countrywide. Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs Sidney Alicock met with the newly elected Indigenous village councils on the Essequibo Coast. He urged them to be more proactive and work together for the development of the communities. Seneca Thorne has more.
We need to put systems in place. We had 3 years of worries and trying to come together. This next 3 years is to get yourself truly in order.
Minister Alicock visited mainstay Wayaka, Tapakuma, Mashabo and Kapui in the Pomeroon Supernam region. He reminded that the government has restored power into the hands of the people and communities must be able to manage their own affairs.
We cannot continue to be here and wanting Georgetown to come and fix your problems. That is why I say we want to put the responsibility into your hands. You as a citizen have the right to come and check the books. Come and help fix the books. Just don't sit down there pelting stones. We got to get this right. You're living here. Come together and say, well, this is how it's supposed to be done. I have the experience in doing this. This is my service. You feel, this is village council money. This is our money, and I'm willing to help you get this right.
Echoing similar sentiments was Regional Executive Officer Rupert Hopkinson, who urged the residents to become entrepreneurs, utilizing the resources at their disposal. The outreach is part of the minister's round of visit to newly installed councils following the 2018 village elections. Last month, he met with the village councils in Regions 1 and 9. Seneca Thorne, InfoHub.
1 year after the Camp Street prison fire, the acting director of prisons, Gladwin Samuel, says efforts are on stream to rebuild the prison's infrastructure, tackle overcrowding, and boost security at prisons countrywide.
On a daily basis, we have the General Duty Police, we have the Tactical Services Unit, and prison officers deployed at Lusignan, where they are overlooking a large volume of the prisoners who are housed in the Holding Bay. As of today, 523. We also have the Lusignan prison with 110 prisoners who are from that location, and an additional 175 prisoners who are lodged there.
Acting Director of Prisons, Gladwin Samuels. He said that additionally 203 high-profile prisoners, including those recaptured following the jailbreak, are now housed at the now-completed brick prison at Camp Street.
As you would remember as well, we would have transferred a number of those prisoners to the outstations, being Mazuni, New Amsterdam, and Timeri prisons. So we would have deployed some of the Georgetown prison officers to assist with security at those locations, as well as the police presence that we have there on a daily basis.
When completed, the new Georgetown prison will house an additional 180 prisoners in 60 prefabricated steel cells sourced from the United States of America.
We have recently finalized all of the construction details for those cells. So steel cells should commence or should have commenced the construction of those cells, which will be delivered to Guyana upon completion, which is within 2018. Outside of that, our architect would have just completed the work that will have to be carried out at Camp Street to accommodate those cells upon arrival.
Currently, there are 2,183 prisoners housed at prison facilities across the country. According to the Acting Director of Prisons, the expansion of the Mazruni and construction of new prisons will eventually reduce overcrowding. Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
Thanks for staying with us. City Hall's heritage building, which had fallen into disrepair over the years, is one step closer to being renovated. Renetta LaFleur has more.
The $64 million plan was today handed over to Minister of Social Cohesion, Culture, Youth and Sport, Dr. George Norton. Minister Norton urged that City Hall's restoration be used as an example for preservation of Guyana's heritage.
Every piece of infrastructure, every site, every scenery form part of the identity of our country and who we are as a people. This dear land of ours can ill afford to lose its identity. Ladies and gentlemen, the onus is on us, as the people of this land, to preserve and cherish all that it has to offer.
The restoration's estimated cost is approximately $903 million. Key findings indicate that the building can be upgraded in single or multiple phases, income can be generated for commercial purposes, and the engineers' and mayor's buildings require minor works to remain in use. Town Clerk Royston King is confident the plan will be implemented.
We are very sure that this plan will not be shelved like many other plans, and we all just walk away. We are sure that those of our friends and members of the international community, and even the government and members of the private sector, who have been with us even as we took office in 2015 at City Hall, that they will continue to work with us, that they will see us through to the next stage where we will actually move to implement this plan.
Digital copies of the plan were also presented to Minister of Communities Ronald Bulkan and Town Clerk Royston King. From City Hall with videographer Anil C. Lal, Renetta LaFleur for InfoHub.
The Guyana Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative is building the capacity of stakeholders. Anara Khan has the details.
The two-day workshop targeted the multi-stakeholder groups, regulatory agencies, and media. It was facilitated by Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative's Regional Director Dr. Francisco Paris and Country Manager Gisela Granado.
We have been supporting countries from the day they sign up for the EITI to when they have been evaluated according to our EITI standard. And we thought that it was extremely important for us to come here to share with you some of the lessons that we have learned from other implementing countries so that you can do as well as possible in terms of your public disclosures.
Dr. Paris says the reporting is aimed at engaging dialogue about natural resource management and documenting impact.
Example of impact can be a better understanding of the public. It can be an improved system, a procedure in a government agency. It could be more revenue collected.
Guyana has to submit 2 reports in its first cycle. A progress report is due this year, and in April 2019, its reconciliation report is due. Guyana has to submit 2 reports in its first cycle. A progress report is due this year, and in April 2019, its reconciliation report is due. The EITI is lending support to the GYEITI to build stakeholder capacity in understanding what needs to be accomplished for Guyana to become an implementing country. The EITI is a global standard for good governance of oil and gas and mineral resources. For InfoHub, Anara Khan.
STEM Guyana, in collaboration with GTT, hosted another robotics exhibition over the weekend. It attracted scores of excited young aspiring engineers. Here's our final report.
In attendance was the First Lady, Mrs. Sandra Granger, who emphasized the importance of STEM when it comes to preparing for jobs of the future.
If you want to be relevant in the 21st century and have a job which is better than hewing wood and drawing water, you must become involved in STEM. You must embrace technology because technology has already embraced us. Even though some of us don't think about it, our lives are attuned to technology.
Co-founder of STEM Guyana, Ms. Karen Abrams, reiterated that STEM prepares youth for the future.
We are here because we are trying to expose our young people in Guyana to technology. We want them to be able to get the jobs for the next century, for the next 25 years. We want our young people to be prepared for those jobs.
The exhibition included an actual demonstration with a robot by Team Guyana's members, Lego brick playstations for children under 10 years old, a booth by Star Computers Incorporated, as well as exhibits from STEM robotics teams and schools. A local team is scheduled to participate in the Global Robotics Championships in Mexico in August of this year. For InfoHub, Stefan Gabriel.
Here now are your bridge and weather reports. We leave you now with the latest World Cup football updates. Goodbye.